day, and it seems like you could fall to the ground. Jesus promised in His Word that He would give you rest. Lift your eyes to the sky, feel that sweet peace coming down. Come on in, there's still room in the family. Come on in, there's still rest for the weary soul. Come on in, feel the joy that awaits you. Come on in, make heaven home, and that'll bless your soul. Now this road that you're walking, it's rough and so rocky, and it hurts your feet to walk along the way. Just walk on a little farther, our new home is just ahead. One more hill, one more curve, you will hear Jesus say, come on in, there's still room in the family. Come on in, there's still rest for the weary soul. Come on in, feel the joy that awaits you. Come on in, make heaven home, and that bless your soul. Come on in, there's still room in the family. Come on in, there's still rest for the weary soul. Come on in, feel the joy that awaits you. Come on in, make heaven home, and that bless your soul. Come on in, make heaven home, and that bless your soul.
Coming to you live from the top secret broadcasting compound here at Area 52. And that is at 1233 American Legion Drive, Festus, Missouri. But please don't tell anybody from the CIA, M5, or is it M6? Whatever the secret spy agency is that James Bond works for, and the Queen, because she came flying in on her parachute the other day at the Olympic opening ceremony. The Olympics now have gone on for, the opening ceremony was a week tomorrow, so today is day 6 of the Olympics in London, and so far, MI5, thank you very much, so far nobody has been blown up or terrorized other than some cheating going on at the Olympics. And I'm still getting emails from people telling me what a disastrous thing is going to happen at the London Olympics. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not holding my breath. I'm just, I think that a lot, it reminds me of the Comet Elenin that went flying around here a couple years ago, and everybody made a big deal about it, saying it was going to be the start of the 7 years tribulation, and it was going to be the end of the world, and everybody's looking for the end of the world. I mean, everybody's looking for some event to happen, and hopefully we can try to steer these people into the Bible so they can know exactly what's going to happen. Speaking of what is happening, I've worked on a schedule for our homecoming, which starts tomorrow evening, and we'll be streaming the services live starting at 7 o'clock Central Time tomorrow night. And you poor chaps that live in England, you can stay up and watch the Olympics if you want to, and then at 1 o'clock in the morning, you can flip over and turn us on, and we'll be dealing with some things. And if not, if you cannot stay up that late, and I understand that, and there'll be a lot of folks probably tuning in. A lot of people wanted to be here and could not. We still do have some people coming in. Still don't know how many people we have. But anyway, we have we're hoping we'll have a pretty good crowd and a pretty good group of online watchers. We are going to record these sessions, and we're going to, I have pretty much decided that the Watchman broadcast that comes out this weekend is going to be these teachings. And I thought about just doing just old stuff, you know, just kind of, I thought about doing maybe the Giants series and talking about that. And I may still just kind of touch on that for a little bit. But I've actually came up with 2 brand new teachings that we're going to do at the homecoming on Friday night. We are going to be dealing on the subject of prophecy, prophets, dreams, and visions, and how to hear from God. And I see that I had an email from somebody that I'll probably get to read here in a little bit that deals along those lines, because everybody's got some kind of idea on how to hear from God, and nobody ever asked God how to hear from Him, and so we're going to ask God how to hear from God on Friday night. And then on Saturday morning, should we stream breakfast? Should we broadcast our breakfast that we're going to have here? We're going to have pastries, and looking forward to that. Donuts. Okay, that's what that is, donuts. We're not sophisticated when it comes to breakfast pastries. We're just going to go get some donuts and eat them. But we're also going to do sausage gravy and biscuits. And I'm talking about American from-scratch biscuits. And not the whop 'em on the counter biscuits. And if you don't know what that is, you've never had the opportunity to take a can of Pillsbury biscuits. They're about that long, in a little cardboard can, and whop them on the counter so that they'll pop open and you can pull the biscuits out and put them in the oven. We're not going to have them whop them on the counter biscuits. We've got good biscuits. Anyway, biscuits and sausage gravy. Looking forward to that. And starting at 9 o'clock Saturday morning, and we're going to do 2 sessions in the morning and 2 in the afternoon. We're going to take a break about 10:15 for about 15 minutes, and that will give everybody a chance to relax and stretch and restroom and everything like that. But from the 2 sessions in the morning, I just finished a teaching that I've always had it in my mind to do, and I've kind of alluded to it in different things that I've done. But it's going to be on the resurrection of Israel in prophecy and typology. But I'm going to focus more on the typology, because Israel has the nation of Israel and the people of Israel, and I'm referring to the 12 literal tribes out of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, who I know about New Testament Israel, and I understand New Testament Israel. But there still is a promise left to Old Testament Israel. You cannot replace them. You cannot remove them. You cannot do anything that God hasn't already done to them. He has breached His covenant with them, or they actually breached the covenant. And so that we see in the Bible that the repairer of the breach is going to come and repair that breach, and He's going to restore Israel, but it's not going to be done through Old Testament sacrifices. That's very, very important to understand. And we'll see in this teaching the role that the Gentiles play in the future salvation of Israel. And so that will be dealt with in the morning session, and then in the afternoon, I don't have a clue yet what I'm going to be doing yet. Okay? I haven't, maybe I'll kind of put that together tonight or tomorrow or whatever. And so be praying for me. And I may just kind of go back over some old material and just kind of visit it in a fresh way. But anyway, looking forward to it. Looking forward to our homecoming. We're getting things in order. We're getting our food set up. We're getting everything ready to go. And everybody around here is working very, very well. We're excited about it. Our church loves to host this. We love to do it. And we love to have the visitors coming in from around town. Jazz wrote me an email and called me today. Some of you noticed that the Watchman community, which is it's sort of like the Bethel Church / Watchman Video Broadcast Facebook. And I don't normally talk about this, but if you'd like to be a member of the Watchman community, it's the only thing that we do. It's the only thing that we do that we actually charge money for, and it's like $7 a month. And we don't get that money here at the church. It goes to our webmaster. Excuse me, web mistress, Jazz, because she's a woman. She's not a master. And anyway, it goes to her, and she uses that for the support of the servers and computer stuff, and I don't know what all that means. Anyway, but if you'd like to be on the Watchman community, it's a neat little group, and the people there, they just kind of fellowship from all over the world. And anyway, that's what that is. But anyway, the Watchman community went down, and apparently the hosting company, somebody had breached their firewall, And I don't know if it was directly related to, because it was one of our websites again or not. But anyway, there's some things going on there. So if you're having trouble with Watchman Community, it was down, and I think it's back up again. And so anyway, but if you're interested in that, go to www.watchmancommunity.com, and you can look into that and sign up for that if you desire to. I wanted to deal with a couple news issues that were going on, and some things that are just happening around the globe. Ahmadinejad, I was looking at Drudge Report earlier, and Mahmoud Ahmadinejad, the guy who is all about peace, okay, he says in a speech published on his website Thursday, that would be today, on his website Thursday, Iranian President Mahmoud Ahmadinejad said the ultimate goal of world forces must be the annihilation of Israel. Well, at least he's not trying to hide it, okay? And but he does want to build nuclear weapons. He wants to have nuclear abilities so he can build nuclear bombs and blow Israel off the map. That's what he wants to do, because his God told him to. The God Allah, that according to Barack Hussein, everybody worships that God, we just don't know it. That's a lie. But anyway, Ahmadinejad's God told him to annihilate Israel. Speaking to ambassadors from Islamic countries ahead of Quds Day, which is Jerusalem Day, I've never heard of that one. Anyway, says in an annual Iranian anti-Zionist event established in 1979 by the Ayatollah Khomeini, and which falls this year on August 17th, Ahmadinejad said that a horrible Zionist current had been managing world affairs for about 400 years. 400 years. That's about how long this can's been open. Interesting that he said that. Repeating traditional anti-Semitic slurs, the Iranian president accused Zionists of controlling the world's media and financial systems. Now, that I agree with. There is no doubt in my mind that a very, very evil cabal of Jewish men control banking and, to a large part, control media. I don't have a problem saying that. Mahmoud, I think you're right on that. And if you I just want you to study the book of Acts. If you study the book of Acts, you'll find out that the fiercest opponents to the gospel, which, by the way, I'm going to be talking about the gospel today. The fiercest opponents to the gospel were the Jews. They hated it. And you need to remember, and this teaching will come out Saturday morning, you'll see it. Esau hates Jacob. You need to remember that. And why am I saying that? Because, you see, wasn't Jacob like the father of the Jews? You'll see it. Okay? Read Galatians chapter 4 and others. But anyway, they hate Israel, and Israel hates the gospel. And so when Ahmadinejad says that there is a cabal of behind-the-scene men that are Zionists and Jews, I believe it. And I'll say this. I think that there is a group of Jews that are trying to establish a world order that is based and centered in Jerusalem, that is backed by quote-unquote Zionists or Jews, very, very evil, wicked, nasty, filthy Jews. And I mean, that's what I see. That's what's going on. But you have this underlying promise in the scripture that there is a remnant out of the 12 tribes that God is going to save in the last days. Ahmadinejad doesn't believe that, so he says, let's kill them all. So he says they are the decision makers to the extent that the presidential election hopefuls of the United States must go and kiss the feet. That's what it says, feet. You thought I was going to say something.